In this video, we're going to check out everything about guerrilla marketing. While some marketing tactics can feel routine or mundane, guerrilla marketing breaks the mold. Guerrilla marketing is exciting, attention-grabbing, and creates a memorable interaction between your brand and the audience. You've likely witnessed guerrilla marketing campaigns in your daily life without even meaning to engage with them. Number 11. What is guerrilla marketing? The definition of guerrilla marketing relies heavily on the definition of guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla refers to a non-tactical army, loosely organized, fighting a bigger and more organized force. For you, this bigger organized force is competitors with big budgets who have established themselves in the market. Guerrilla marketing is a set of marketing actions employed to launch a marketing campaign at a fraction of the price it would typically cost. The impact should be, of course, more significant regardless of the low budget invested in it. In other words, guerrilla marketing acts as a magnifying glass for the impact of a marketing campaign. In my words, guerrilla marketing is like the Banksy side of marketing. Of course, cheaper doesn't mean that your guerrilla marketing campaign will be a loss of time. Whether you use a sticker or a stencil to pass your message, it all comes down to how much it wows your audience. Number 10. Roots of warfare. When we hear the term guerrilla marketing, it's hard not to think of guerrilla warfare, which makes sense since that's where this style of marketing got its name. In the warfare context, guerrilla tactics depend largely on the element of surprise. Think ambushes, sabotage, raids, according to creative guerrilla marketing. But how does that translate into the work we do every day? Number 9. Budget-friendly. What marketers really enjoy about guerrilla marketing is its fairly low-cost nature. The real investment here is a creative intellectual one. Its implementation, however, doesn't have to be expensive. Michael Brenner summarizes it nicely in his article on guerrilla content, where he frames this style of marketing in the same context as repurposing your existing content, like taking certain segments of a report and expanding each one into a blog post. It's an investment of time, but not money per se. Number 8. Types of guerrilla marketing. As niche as it might seem, there are actually a few subcategories of guerrilla marketing as outlined by the firm Alt-Terrain. Outdoor guerrilla marketing. Add something to the pre-existing urban environments, like putting something removable onto a statue or putting temporary artwork on sidewalks and streets. Indoor guerrilla marketing. Similar to outdoor guerrilla marketing, only it takes place in indoor locations like train stations, shops, and university campus buildings. Event ambush guerrilla marketing. Leveraging the audience of an in-progress event like a concert or a sporting game to promote a product or service in a noticeable way, usually without permission from the event sponsors. Experiential guerrilla marketing. All of the above, but executed in a way that requires the public to interact with the brand. We know, without context, the whole idea of guerrilla marketing can be a little confusing. Number 7. Bounty's giant popsicle. By installing life-size messes throughout the streets of New York, a giant knocked-over coffee cup, and a gigantic melting popsicle, Bounty found a unique way to advertise its product and the solution it provides, with minimal words. You might ask, wouldn't a concise billboard ad accomplish the same thing? Well, not really. Culturally, we're starting to opt for every possible way to eradicate ads from our lives. That's why we love things like DVR and ad-free options on streaming services like Hulu and YouTube. This campaign, unlike an ad, isn't as easy to ignore. Number 6. Deadpool's Tinder profile. Some Tinder users were surprised to see none other than comic anti-hero and legend Deadpool showing up on their Tinder. With cheeky pics and witty profile copy, Deadpool broke the fourth wall and met potential moviegoers ahead of the movie's Valentine's Day release. If the Tinder user swiped right and matched with the character, they received a link to purchase tickets. While Tinder isn't the best way to generate buzz, it's limited in its reach to a small subset of users, and you're technically not allowed to use the platform for promotion. Screenshots of this gag quickly made it to social media, garnering a ton of attention. Number 5. Childish Gambino's ice cream pop-up. Have you ever seen how powerful of a motivator free food can be? Make it a sweet treat and you have yourself a winning combination. Childish Gambino likely had this in mind for his Summertime Starts Here pop-up events where free ice cream was given away. As people queued up in the heat for some delicious ice cream, Gambino's 2 singles played on a loudspeaker. It was a great way to expose listeners to his EP Summer Pack. Number 4. The Grammys singing posters. Okay, this one might not be entirely fair since it wasn't pulled off in real life. But how cool would it be if it was? To promote a nominee's album for its Album of the Year category, the Grammys Music Awards show created a video to show what would happen if posters for a nominated artist just began singing. It might sound impossible to actually carry out something like that, but imagine, what if you could create musical posters for your brand? Again, it's different than a billboard ad because when we walk by a wall of paper advertisements in, say, New York City, we don't expect them to start moving. Number 3. Frontline's interactive floor ad. The brand knew that many people walk across that space every day, and that a good number of people would also see it from the building's upper levels, creating the dog and insect illusion. It's hard to miss and to not look twice. Again, this campaign is different than traditional marketing because it's not just plastering a single message somewhere that it's likely to be ignored. Number 2. Public breakup on Burger King's Instagram. Breaking up is hard to do in person, let alone when it's publicly played out online. That's what happened, allegedly, when one Instagram user left a comment on one of Burger King's Instagram posts sharing a tale of his girl procuring food from Burger King. There was just one problem. This guy does have a girlfriend, but she was nowhere near a Burger King. So who is he referring to? The drama ensued with Instagram comments. After the comments began to make headlines, many speculated that the entire exchange may have been staged by Burger King. And if it was, we can't help but salute them. What a way to get your brand into the zeitgeist. Number 1. Unicef's dirty water vending machines. I'm as guilty as anyone of wasting money on bottled water. I have no excuse. I have a reusable one. My workplace offers filtered water from a machine, not a traditional cooler, and yet it remains a bad habit. That's why this guerrilla marketing campaign from relief organization Unicef resonated with me. It posed the question, what if those bottles of water you waste money on were filled with dirty water? It was a way of reminding the privileged masses that in too many parts of the world, entire populations have no access to clean drinking water. So instead of frivolously spending that money on bottled water, UNICEF suggested putting it towards efforts to bring clean drinking water to these areas. It did so by creating makeshift vending machines that sold bottled dirty water, with each button labeled as a disease caused by lack of clean drinking water. Do let us know in the comments if you like the idea of guerrilla marketing. Thanks for watching.